Your soulmate, your twin flame might come into your life and you're not even ready for them because you haven't done the proper healing, but they have, but you haven't. You still carrying on baggage from past relationships. If you didn't know, my name is Ty, and I'm bringing y'all a video about how to spiritually heal from a breakup, okay? So I dealt with a breakup of my own in April. It's almost been a year. Woo! It's not something to celebrate really, but I'm here, you feel me? I came out on the other side, and I did all these things. I had to test these things out myself, obviously, and apparently it worked. Shit, I'm not hurt, I'm not crying over shit, you feel me? I learned as much as I possibly could from it, and now I'm on a much better path than I was at the time. And I want y'all to be able to be the same, you feel me? If you went through a breakup recently, or you just curious, you just curious to see what the fuck I'm about to talk about on here. Hey, either way, man, I'm glad to have you here, and I'm gonna get straight into it, okay? There's six different things, okay? So the first thing that is super important is to have an outlet that you trust. I'm not talking about an outlet that you plug in or something. I'm talking about have somebody that you feel like you can trust and talk to about these things. When I went through my breakup, I didn't have friends, okay? I had my parents. I didn't really like to talk to them about this too much, but it came to the point where it was inevitable. Like I was too sad at the time to not tell them what's going on, you feel me? I had a therapist that I could talk to, and that was really helpful for me. I also had this one girl that I could talk to at the time. Sometimes you don't even need somebody to give you advice or give you anything. You just want somebody to be there to hear the words that come out of your mouth, They don't have to say one word back to you. You just want that comfort level. And that's super important when you're going through something that's heartbreaking, You need somebody that you can just talk to, and they're gonna listen. And even if I didn't talk to them, like I said, I didn't have any friends, so sometimes I would literally go on my phone, on my voice memos, and I would talk into my fucking phone about whatever I'm dealing with, And that was helpful. Just getting it out of my system, The most important thing is to get all that pain and that hurt and that sadness. You gotta get it out of your system, okay? You gotta get that pain, you gotta get that heartbreak out of your system in a very healthy way, All right, so number 2 is make sure that you have good people around you, okay? You can become a product of your environment. You're most likely gonna become a product of your environment, So make sure that your environment is a healthy environment. You want positive people, you want optimistic people around you. You don't want anybody who's also feeling sad, It's just a big pity party full of low vibrational people, You surrounding yourself with other low vibrational people because you had a low vibration. That's not healthy. It's like you sad and now you go listening to Marvin's Room. Don't do that to yourself, okay? That's not good. That's not raising your vibration. That's lowering your vibration even lower than it already is. You don't want to do that to yourself. You want to make sure that you surround your environment. You want to surround your living environment as well as your social environment with good and positive energy, you feel me? I wasn't a healthy person, so I didn't have healthy people around me. I didn't have positive people around me. Everybody around me was a pessimistic person. But one thing I did was I went on YouTube and I found the spiritual community, I found good and positive people on YouTube that were able to help me. They related to things that I went through, and they helped me get through it, And I also found YouTube channels that maybe if they weren't specifically a spiritual community, they dealt with some type of heartbreak. We're in such a great time that we can go on YouTube, we can go on the internet, and we can find other people who went through a similar situation as us, and they talk us through it, I'm just passing it on to y'all, you feel me? I found people that helped me, and now I'm able to help y'all, you feel me? And hopefully y'all do it for somebody else, The third thing that is super important is to meditate, okay? Now when I mean meditation, and however you want to interpret it, is good, The best meditators are those who meditate, okay? Simply. If you meditate, you are a good meditator, okay? You are good at meditating. So, meditate however you want to do it. But for me, my meditation was, being alone with my thoughts, not being distracted by external things. Sometimes I had to distract myself. I ain't gonna lie. I was on TikTok every now and then, okay? I was on TikTok, and I was on social media sometimes until it triggered me, and then I'll be even sadder. But sometimes you might have to distract yourself, okay? But sometimes, you know, even if it's like 5 minutes out of the day, just take 5 minutes to meditate, just sit alone with your thoughts, no other distractions, and really think things through, okay? Keep in mind that this breakup happened not because the universe just hates you and it wants to hurt you. It's because it was time for you to learn a lesson, okay? You need to learn a lesson, and you know, if you don't learn your lesson from this heartbreak situation, if you get your heart broken, if you go through this pain and then you don't learn this lesson, you're destined to go through it again until you learn your lesson. That's just the way the universe works. You'll keep on going through the same things over and over and over until you learn, okay? So make sure that, you know, try at least 5 minutes a day. Even like, it's going to be really hard to do this at the time, because you know you so in your emotions. You know, it's good if you try to observe the situation for what it was, okay? You know, this happened for a reason. You understand that, right? Now try to break down why it happened, okay? Don't detach all the emotions you can from it as much as possible. It's hard, but try to detach your emotions from it as much as possible, because you don't want to be like, oh, I hate this person and this is what they did and I can't learn nothing from it because it's their fault, or it's my fault because I hate myself. And no, don't do all that, okay? Please try your best not to. It's gonna be really hard. I understand. I went through it too. I was hating everybody. You feel me? Everybody got the negative side of me. But I had to get over it, you know? I had to detach my feelings from it and really see what I could learn. Like, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What did they do right and wrong? And then how can I do better in the next step, you know? The next person that I meet in my life, how can I treat them better, you know? And what things should I keep on doing? And how could they treat me better? What things do I require and what things do I not require? You feel me? The fourth thing is affirmations, okay? You have to reaffirm yourself of who you are, because chances are if you were in a breakup, you know, you had some type of attachment to this person to some degree. You really felt a deep connection with this person, okay? You kind of built your identity around who they are, you know? When you think of yourself in a certain time, at that time period that you knew yourself, you know? Let's say that y'all were on good terms in December, right? And then you guys just broke up in January. When you think of December, when you think of yourself in December, you think of them as well, you know? But now you're at the point where you're in your time living right now and they're not there, okay? So you have to create your new identity, okay? You have to create a new identity of yourself. When you break up with somebody, it's like, damn, who am I, you know? That's when affirmations come in. If you really attach to that person, you feel like you're lost. You feel like you have no identity, you know? So it's super important that you reaffirm yourself of who you are. So think to yourself, like, what characteristics do I want to have as a human being, you know? What characteristics do I see as a happy and healthy human being? So come up with these affirmations and look yourself in the mirror and say these affirmations to yourself every day. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that, you know, and say it every single day. Don't miss a day, don't miss a step. If you're really serious about healing yourself, you have to make sure that you do it on a consistent basis every day, okay? Because every day you skip is a day that you could have been better. So you have to create your new identity. Who are you now? You know, who are you without these other vessels in your life? You know, this person, this girl, this guy that you once knew, that you felt like you gave everything to. Who are you without them? Who are you without all these other people, all these other things around you? All right, number 5, you know, after you reaffirm yourself of who you are, you know, I am a happy individual. I enjoy my own company. I am resilient. You know, those are my affirmations, and those affirmations are always going to be worth something no matter what I experience in life, you know? So once you are starting to create your own identity, now you need to go out into this world and test it, you know? You have to create new experiences for yourself that don't include that person, okay? That don't include them, you know? Because a lot of times you feel like that was the best part of your life because that's the time where you had a lot of experiences, you know? You experienced a lot of things with this other person. But now you feel like you're in the dumps because you're not experienced as many things as you did with that one person, you know? So now it's the time where you need to create new ideas in your head, new experiences that you can learn from, new things that you can enjoy. And now when time goes on, you know, you look back and then you think of that time when you did something fun by yourself, you know? It didn't take somebody to make it fun for you, you know, because you made it fun for yourself. So it's important that you go out into this world and, you know, work on your solitude, work on doing things by yourself and enjoying your own your own company, you know. I went to this park, you know. I went to this park by myself. I walked on the park by myself. I sat in the grass by myself. And still to this day, I work on being by myself. I go to restaurants and I sit there by myself. And people be like, oh, it's just you? And I'd be like, yeah, it's just me. You feel me? And I don't, you know, as I do it more and more, the more comfortable I get with it, you know? So it's super important to create new experiences by yourself, because the more you do it, the more you'll have love for yourself and respect for yourself. Because you like, I did something, I got out of my comfort zone and I did something that I didn't believe I could do. Now I respect myself more. Now I love myself more. You know, that's super important when it comes to healing. You gotta heal yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta respect yourself. Number 6, last but not least, okay? Learn to detach from the vessel, okay? Learn to detach the experience and the lesson from the vessel, okay? It took me a long time to do this. When it first happened, I felt like I really hated this person, okay? I was like, I don't hate anyone or anything, but this person, I hate them, okay? Because they did this to me. I blamed it on them. The more and more you get inclined to spirituality, the better you'll understand this concept that, you know, we're only vessels. Everybody that you meet in this world, they're just a vessel. So don't hate the vessel, because the vessel is just here to teach you a lesson, okay? So when you feel like that person broke your heart, realize that it's not you, it's not them that you miss so much, that you adore so much. It's the feeling that they give you, okay? It's the feeling that they give you. It's the experiences that you had. If that person never made you feel that type of way, if they never gave you those certain experiences, then they would just be another person to you, right? If you never got that high that you got from that person, that feeling that they gave you, they would just be another person. So keep that in mind, you know, detach the feelings and the experiences and all the good times, all the bad times. Detach it from the vessel, because that's all they are. Everybody on this world is just a vessel to teach you a lesson, okay? So you don't hate the vessel, okay? Appreciate the vessel, because they're here to teach you a lesson. Once you detach the lesson and the experiences from the individual, you won't hate them at all. You won't have hate in your heart, because when you understand, you tend to hate less. You shouldn't have hate in your heart. You should be leveling towards that high vibration that doesn't even involve hate. Hate isn't included in high vibrational activities, you know, in a high vibrational mindset. It's not even there. But it's important to detach this, because, you know, a lot of people, let's say when a guy gets his heart broken by a female, he's like, oh, females ain't shit, you know? Or if a female gets her heart broken by a guy, she's like, men ain't shit, you know? But that's not the answer, you know? That shows a person that hasn't done the proper healing. And you don't want to be that person. Because if you are that type of person, if you haven't done the proper healing and you haven't learned your lesson, you're gonna create a path of destruction from that point on to everybody else that you meet later on in your life. It's people who have grandchildren and still haven't healed from something that happened to them in their childhood. You know, this happens so frequently. This happens with the majority of people in the world. People haven't healed from things that happened to them in their childhood or in their early teenage years or early adult years. You know, they haven't healed from it. Therefore, they create a path of destruction. They hurt people that they meet. You know, hurt people. You know, you don't want it to be a domino effect. You want it to stop with you. You know, you feel like this person hurt you, but you don't want to be a hurt individual, you know? Whatever pain you went through, you want to stop it right there. You want to nip it in the bud before it gets out of hand, you know? Stop it with you. Don't carry this on to the next person you meet, because, you know, your soulmate, your twin flame might come into your life and you're not even ready for them because you haven't done the proper healing. But they have, you know, but you haven't. You still carrying on baggage from past relationships, you know. You don't want to put that on the next person that you meet. So you got to make sure that you do the right healing, the proper healing, you know, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship. No matter what, you want to make sure that every person that you meet from this point on has a positive influence. You know, you want to leave a positive influence on people. But keep in mind that time is going to heal this wound, okay? No matter what, it's going to take time, okay? You can't overcome time, okay? You can't rush time. You can't speed up time. There is no fast forward button in life, okay? You gotta go through the pains, you know, through all of it, okay? You gotta go through the sad nights, being alone, crying to yourself. You're gonna go through all of that, okay? You're gonna go through the anger built inside of you, through the low vibrations, but you gotta be working on getting your vibration just 0.001% higher every single day, okay? You gotta do that work within yourself So when the right person comes, when it's the right time for you to meet the right people, when the universe lines everything up, you want to make sure that you're ready for it, okay? That's what I got for this video. Hope y'all can learn something from it. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. But don't dislike it. Leave a comment if you wish, and subscribe for more content from All Seeing Ty. And I'm out, man. Peace.